Okay, Sim students, we've got a container here. We've done an interference check. No interferences, which means we're good. We've done a little bit of the analysis part of this. Oh. We've done a little bit of analysis and made sure that's going to actually fit together. I'm going to go to animation real quick, and we'll just we'll hit play here to see what happens. Okay, yep, there we go. So we got two different components for sure, and we're good to go. How do I get it from here to the 3D printer? Well, you come over here into your browser and you got component 1 and component 2, 1. So if you right click on the components, export them, just change the names. You want to come into here and make sure you have step files selected. Look where it's going. Mine's going to go onto the desktop, and I'll export it. I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. Same file type, same location. I'll click export. Now I've got to go into this MakerBot print. Your computer may have it, may not. If it doesn't, call me over and I'll install it. Or go to your neighbors who's got it and just flash drive the files over. So here is the user interface for MakerBot print. It looks like this. And what you're going to see on mine might be different than yours. You're going to need to, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to where, down the bottom corner, and select a printer. You should have options for Sketch, Method, and Replicator Plus. If you don't see those, you've got to add one, add an unconnected printer, and go get a sketch. Make sure that that's selected, okay? And we're done, okay? I've got sketch offline selected. So what that means is those little sketch printers are what we're going to print these on. This is the build area of the sketch printer. We have all three dimensions, X, Y, and Z, as you can see from the little triad in the corner. Looks very similar to Fusion. It is a 3D space. We're not modeling though, we are just printing. So to add your models, we go to the panel here and we'll click Add Models. On my desktop, I had one called Bottom. And I'll add the one that says Top. So there we go. Now what happened is it made a new build plate and put the top on a second build plate. We don't necessarily want that, so what I'm going to do is just click and move this around a little bit. If it's red, it's not contained in the build area, so it won't actually print. Let's go over to build plate 2. I'll right click on this and say move to the build plate over there. You may have to wiggle yours around a little bit to get them to fit, but they should fit. Right? One thing about 3D printers is you kind of want your open areas to be facing the ceiling or the top, so it builds it up like a bowl, and there's support underneath everywhere. If I tried to print this lid like this, what would happen on this underside is underside of the lid is not going to have anything supporting the plastic as it squirts out. And it's not liquid, but it's pretty soft, so it's just going to droop down and you're not going to get a good product. So what we'll do is we will highlight the model. I'll choose Orient, and I'll switch this around so that it's upside down, like a bowl or a dish. Next thing we want to do is print settings. You want to take the raft off if you're printing it on the sketch. Infill density is how dense the fill material that's actually making up the walls of this container are. I'm just going to say 25%. Press enter. No support. And I'm going to go ahead and come up here and select estimate and print preview. This might take a minute. In the meantime, I can get rid of this. I can get rid of this. And I can play around with the zoom and rotate so I can get a good view of what's really going on. I'm going to hit pause for a moment until it's calculated. It has calculated and estimated the preview here. A couple of things that are happening. This box that shows up here tells you what's actually printing. The highlighted layer is the one it's printing on when it gets to layer 246. You need 67 grams, 67.86 grams of PLA material, and this job will take 4 hours and 58 minutes. If you want to watch an animation of your box being built, click play animation, and it shows you layer by layer how it builds the container. It's not terribly exciting to watch. However, you can kind of speed through it a little here with a slider on the side and watch your container get built. Okay, I'm going to back it up a little bit and show you something here. So this infill that I spoke about, 25%, is this cross hatching going this way. Okay, do not make it 100% infill. You will get a solid box, a lot of plastic. It's going to take 4 times as long as this. Please don't do that. When you're ready and you have a screenshot of this information, click export. Save it on a flash drive, and we'll bring it to the printer and print it. Let me know if you have any questions.